38. Sutra 13 of Saṃyutta Nikāya 7, the Devahita Sutta. This occurred in Savatthi. At that time, the Blessed One was suffering from a wind illness. The Venerable Upava was the Blessed One's attendant. The Blessed One said to Venerable Upava, "Upava, please get some hot water for me." "Yes, Blessed One." After responding to the Blessed One, Venerable Upava put on his robes, took his bowl and outer robe, and went to the residence of the Brahmin Devahita. Upon arrival, he stood silently to one side. The Brahmin Devahita saw Venerable Upava standing silently to one side. Upon seeing him, he addressed Venerable Upava in verse. "Silent you stand, O shaven one, wearing your outer robe. What do you seek? What do you want? Why have you come here?" Venerable Upava replied, "The arahant, the fortunate one in this world, the wise one has a wind illness. If there is hot water, O Brahmin, please give it to the wise one. He is most worthy of offerings among those worthy of offerings, most venerable among those worthy of veneration, most worshipful among those worthy of worship. I wish to fetch water for him." Then the Brahmin Devahita ordered hot water to be brought and personally handed over a jar of honey to Venerable Upava. Then Venerable Upava went to the Blessed One, bathed him, and gave him the hot water mixed with honey to drink. At that time, the Blessed One's illness was relieved. Later, the Brahmin Devahita came to visit the Blessed One. After arriving and exchanging greetings, he sat to one side. Seated to one side, the Brahmin Devahita addressed the Blessed One in verse. "Where should gifts be given? Where do they yield great fruit? How should a sacrificer make offerings? How are offerings accomplished?" The Blessed One replied, "One who knows past dwellings, sees heavens and states of woe, has attained the end of birth and death, a sage with perfect knowledge. Here should gifts be given. Here they yield great fruit. Thus should sacrifices be made. Thus offerings are accomplished." After this, the Brahmin Devahita said to the Blessed One, "Excellent, Venerable Gautama, please accept me as a lay follower, taking refuge from this day forward for life." Analysis and commentary. This story from Buddhist scripture contains profound philosophy and wisdom. Let's analyze and deeply contemplate its significance. 1. Analysis and explanation. The story takes place in Savatthi, where the Buddha, the Blessed One, suffers from a wind illness, showing that even enlightened beings experience physical pain. The Buddha's request for hot water from his attendant Upava demonstrates his human side. Upava's approach to the Brahmin Devahita, standing silently, demonstrates the humility and restraint of Buddhist monks. Devahita's poetic inquiry about Upava's purpose shows the social etiquette and communication style of that time. Upava's response both expresses his request and praises the Buddha's greatness. This serves not only to seek help, but also to spread the Dharma. Devahita's generous response, providing both hot water and honey, shows his respect for the Buddha. In the latter part of the story, Devahita asks the Buddha about giving, and the Buddha's response reveals Buddhist perspectives on merit and wisdom. Finally, Devahita's taking refuge shows how he was moved by the Buddha's wisdom. 2. Deep insights and inspiration. Though simple, this story contains rich life, philosophy, and wisdom. First, it tells us that even the greatest sages experience suffering. This reminds us to face life's difficulties with acceptance and learn to overcome them. Second, each character displays admirable qualities. Upava's loyalty and humility, Devahita's generosity and quest for knowledge, and the Buddha's wisdom and equanimity. This inspires us to cultivate these qualities in our daily lives. Furthermore, the Buddha's teaching about giving reveals a profound truth. True value in giving lies not in the quantity of material things, but in the quality of the recipient. This prompts us to reflect on whether we truly understand the meaning of giving in our lives. Finally, Devahita's taking refuge demonstrates how wisdom can change one's life direction. This encourages us to keep learning and maintain an open mind. as we never know when we might encounter wisdom that transforms our lives. This story teaches us that every small detail in life may contain profound teachings. A simple request for water, an ordinary conversation, these can become opportunities to spread wisdom and change lives. It inspires us to live mindfully, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, and perceiving truth in daily life.